prehab, rehab, and doing what you thought was impossible.
What's up guys, it's Dave Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about frequency. Alright, so I've got a couple of questions I want to answer for you guys. The number one is, what is frequency? The next question is simply, how much frequency do we need? And finally, I'll give you an example of two frequencies at the opposite ends of the spectrum. So, number one, what is frequency? Frequency is simply how often we're hitting each body part per week, okay? And so the range of that, how much frequency do we need? We need anywhere from 1.5 to 3 times per body part per week, okay? So for example, for your quads, if you're on the low end, you need to hit your quads 1.5 times per week or 3 times every 2 weeks. Or if you're extremely advanced and you need more frequency, you need to hit your quads 3 times per week every week. So let me give you an example of that. Two people on opposite ends of the spectrum. Just like I talked about in volume, if you are just coming off your beginner program, you made some nice gains, and now you're entering into the early intermediate phase, you need to start off on the lower end. Jumping to the higher end is probably going to hurt your gains. It's not going to give you better gains. The best gains you're going to get are going to be from following a slow progression of increasing volume and frequency, but starting off on the low end. So, for someone who's a beginner, they're just starting an intermediate program, this is what it might look like, right? You're training 3 days a week. You're training Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We've got 4 workouts. We've got upper A, lower A, upper B, and lower B. And so, I'm actually going to make a workout, a sample workout or two that you guys will see in the next video, so you guys can see what I'm talking about when I say upper A, lower A, whatever. You guys will see what I mean. But this is the frequency. This is a frequency of 1.5 times per week or 3 times every 2 weeks. So we're doing upper A on Monday, lower A Wednesday, upper B Friday, and then the week starts over, but the program is still going. So we got lower B the next Monday, and then it just repeats, okay? So upper A Wednesday, lower A Friday, just keeps repeating like that. It comes out to, you get a frequency of hitting each muscle group 3 times every 2 weeks or 1.5 times every week. So this is someone who's extremely advanced, who needs a higher frequency. And I'd also know that someone who's starting here, you probably also are only doing 30 reps per body part per session because you're on the lower end. You don't need as much volume. Frequency is simply another way to increase the amount of volume you're getting per week. So someone who needs a lot of volume, they're probably already doing 70 reps per session, and now they've added in extra days, all right? So this is someone who's very advanced. They're training 6 days per week, 70 reps per major body part, and they're off on Sunday, okay? So we've got upper A Monday, lower A Tuesday, upper B Wednesday, lower B Thursday, upper C Friday, lower C Saturday, okay? So as you can see, they're training with a very high frequency, okay? So, and again, frequency is just another way to manipulate volume. So if I get my expo marker here, I can show you guys a little math. So let's say they're doing 70 reps per major muscle group per session. Alright, so here it is. If you want to calculate their total volume, okay, over the course of the week, what you can see is this person is getting 30 reps per major muscle group per session, and they're training 1.5 times per week. So 30 reps, a frequency of 1.5, that leaves them with 45 reps per body part per week, okay? Now, this person who's extremely advanced is going to be doing 70 reps per body part per session, and they're doing a frequency of 3 times a week, which totals 210 reps. So by manipulating frequency and volume, this person has 4 times the volume as this guy. Now they need it. They need that much volume because they're more advanced, they need that volume. This person would get crushed by 210 reps. This person progresses optimally here, this person progresses optimally here. And so over time what you'll be doing is you'll be transitioning by slowly increasing your volume, slowly increasing your frequency over to a higher volume.